Here we go. Let's do it. One more week. Trying to stay true. Trying to stay true to myself. We're already off to a good start. Alright, what do we want to talk to? What do we want to talk about this weekend? What do I want to talk about this week? I have it written down. Sorry, I'm opening my phone. Big notes app guy. Alright, lots of bike stuff. Less snowboarding. Although I am snowboarding right now, which is pretty sweet. But, oh man. There's one large topic that I would love, that I definitely want to talk about, that I am fucking hyped to talk about. This Monster Energy Pro Downhill series is pretty sweet. I am excited. The series is I'm very excited for sure. I'll get into that in a little bit. I want to talk first. Man, this happened a while ago, but Cade Edwards is moving from, I guess, like, team moves. I watched Dean Lucas. He does a podcast, and he was doing some stuff on bikes, and he went over team moves and shit. So interesting stuff there. I don't know. I'm not, like, there's some people that I'm interested in, like the teams that they switch to, but others that I'm, like, not as interested in. If anyone gave a shit about this and said they wanted me to look into it, I would, but I'm not just, like, flat out interested in where everyone is going, because I don't know all the riders just yet. Just getting back into it. So there's one that I really have a question about, dude. There's, like, Thibaut Deprella. He was on, I think, Commensal. Commensal? I don't know how to say it. But I guess he had to, like, leave that team due to some legal type thing. And then he was on Canyon for a bit, and then several months later was basically off Canyon for the same issue, I guess. But I guess there's just rumors. Dean Lucas kind of talked about it. That's where I saw it. So, and he didn't want to spread rumors, which I completely understand, but I still want to know. So that'll be interesting to kind of fucking suss that out, figure out what that's about. But Aaron Gwynn is going to be on. I'll get back to Cade Edwards. I know I went on a tangent, but Aaron Gwynn's on the Forbidden team now. I think he was on Intense for a while, and now he's riding for Forbidden bikes. So excited to see what he can do. I feel like he's been kind of quiet the past several years. I think with injuries and stuff like that. So psyched to see what the American Dream can put down this year on those bikes. It'll be interesting. So yeah, Cade Edward kind of goes from the Trek Factory racing, so, like, specifically just downhill racing, to what Cade should be doing, which is just riding his bike and having fun. Chaos Seagrave is actually made a similar move from racing downhill to, like, just being a free ride athlete, and those two should be doing exactly that. They're so good on bikes. It's just fun to watch them bike. I don't need sorry. I don't need, like, I don't know. Whatever makes them happy, and it feels like just riding their bikes makes them happy, and so excited to see them do just that, because you get the best shit when someone's happy. So I'm very excited for both of those moves. Chaos might have been last year, but Cade's is for sure this year. So I hope he goes to, like, maybe some races, even just to fucking hang out. He's just so fun to see ride those tracks. But yeah, if he's not racing, I doubt it. Um, someone else who is kind of, I don't know if he just is putting more stuff on YouTube, just kind of like bought a GoPro and is doing that now, but Danny Hart is fucking hysterical. That guy's awesome. I've like, he did a Vital MTB like 17 questions video, and that's like the most I've ever heard him speak in his entire career ever. Like, but he's fucking awesome. He seems like a down to earth guy that's just kind of just likes bullshitting and riding bikes, just likes going fast, and that's awesome. Yeah, he was. I just like I don't know, like he hasn't really put out content. I don't know if he's not like that's just not his thing. Like maybe he just doesn't really social media just isn't his shtick. So it kind of has taken a while. But like yeah, I know I'm not alone because I saw another comment on YouTube of basically the exact same idea that I had. It was just like, dude, I didn't know he even could talk because I've never heard him speak. The guy's a world champion once over, twice over. I don't know. I guess I have the internet right in front of me, so I'll look it up. But yeah, I've like barely ever heard him talk. I mean, he is kind of hard to understand as is, so I get it. But hey, that's what you're gonna get. We're gonna call you mean names and have some fun. And Danny Hart, downhill, world champ titles. How many we got? Come on, give me an AI. He won the 2011. Oh shit, is he a two-time world champion? Major results. First place in 2011 at Champéry. Those steep ass Alps, or whatever the hell they are. What did they say? Oh yeah, and then first in 2016. Man, where was that? That was in. He won Val de Sol. Small guy winning a big guy course. I think Jackson actually won that too. I don't know. It's actually funny because like the steeper the shit, the tighter the turns, it actually would favor a smaller individual. But everything there is just so at Val de Sol. It's just so like it's so big and blown out, and it's almost like you want like a larger body. In that sense, it favors a larger body. But I think Jackson won last year there, and if he didn't, he had a fucking pace on him, and he was fucking bouncing around on the course, just floating off like everything. So, but yeah, anyways, Danny Hart's awesome. He's really cool. I need more stuff from him for sure. I've been watching his videos. He's such a racer, dude. He goes. I mean, I guess that's training. That's what it is. But it's like the same track, like over and over again. But he's pretty good. So it's fun to watch for sure. He fucking hauls. He goes so fast. He is moving down these tracks and making it look so effortless, even from his POV. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, love seeing his shit up. Yeah, why I wrote, did he just fucking hate Mondraker? Okay, I think that's where he was before this. He's on GT now. And he was kind of saying like, oh, fresh in his 17 questions. Yeah, like fresh energy, fresh sponsor, new team. It's good energy and shit, good vibes. And yeah, so like, what the fuck was he just holed up before? I don't know. Yeah, was it him or was it the sponsor? Was it both? Was it a combination? I don't know. But anyways, Danny's back. I'm excited to follow him this year. Okay, perfect segue is into the Monster Energy Pro Downhill series. This guy Clay Harper is putting this on, and this guy seems like the fucking man. He's awesome. He seems to like finally there's someone that like fucking gets it and wants to put like a whole like it, when I say get it, I mean like maybe that's not the right. He figured it out. Like he is coming into. It feels like he's coming into this like with such a well thought out plan of what he wants to see in this, and that I mean it does kind of align with like what I like to. I like. I want something that we can talk about. I want something that's interesting that kind of holds this. He used this term, the storyline of like from race to race, like what a series should be. It's nice to like the U.S. Open. They held it at I think Mountain Creek a couple times. I think it's been down in Tennessee maybe, and that's cool and it's nice. But what I like so much about what I like so much about biking in the UCI is and Crankworks is that there's I guess not so much Crankworks, but the UCI is that there's like a series like it's not just one event. It's how did they do at all of these events for it to kind of like get put together? I was thinking Crankworks slope style, but it's when I say Crankworks, it's kind of covering all the races, and not all the races have that kind of like series feel. It's really just the FMB World Tour events. So yeah, I'm just excited, very excited for this type of a series on home soil, on the U.S. soil is so much fun. I mean, a lot of it's on the East Coast. I'm up in, I'm in the upper left, so no races up here, but there's one down in Big Bear near L.A. So I don't think I'll travel down there, but it would be really cool to see some. Maybe I know they probably go towards the Rockies. But it would be pretty sweet to eventually see something pop up, maybe in the upper left in the Pacific Northwest for like race type for a race. That would be pretty sweet. But yeah, I could see them jumping, not so much staying on the West Coast, but staying. It's still west, like in the Rockies, going towards there, which would still be pretty sweet. Because honestly, if there's like a Colorado or even like Montana. I mean, definitely, if there's like one in Montana that's only like 10 hours away, I'd probably drive to that. But Colorado's much farther, but it still would be sweet. Maybe I could take some time off work, make a vacation. That would be so dope. I love the Colorado area. The Rockies are so beautiful. So beautiful. I love driving around that area. Anyways, Monster Energy Pro Downhill. This guy Clay Harper, dude, he gets it. He's creating this storyline of. I listen to their podcast. Go check it out. Just honestly, just type in Monster Energy Pro Downhill series on YouTube, and you'll find it. It's they have like a page. This guy is active. He understands that social media is a large part of this and wants that like man, I just I gotta finish my thoughts here. I'm really trying. I'm sorry. He understands that social media is going to play a large part of this and be and getting conversation going about this is a large part because it costs a lot and the planning is so extreme to get this shit on TV is crazy, setting up camera crews and stuff. So I think I remember him saying in the podcast that they don't really have that kind of stuff going on. So it's going to be, I guess I hate to say organic because it's the Monster Energy Pro Downhill, but like, not I guess that's more grassroots. But yeah, organic kind of like conversation about and storytelling about like this series and what's going on race to race. They're they're doing this podcast. They're having these podcasts about each race. They're going to talk about the riders. They're basically setting up. It's cool because they're kind of like setting up a community, like a flash, like a flash, like a flash community. It's just like, all right, now there's some community and talk around this. They're putting out this content, and by putting out this content, I mean, shit, I'm definitely consuming it. Because I don't know, I fucking love biking. So to have this on U.S. turf definitely feels cool, and to have a true series where there is this idea of kind of through lines from race to race. They're going to have a leader, a different color, like placard, like number plate. So that'll be sweet. You can kind of, they're making it, we're dumb fans. Like, I am an idiot. I need you to make it as simple as possible. And being able to see, like, oh, that guy has a different jersey on. I don't think they're doing that, but that guy's number plate looks different. He's in first. I want to watch his stuff. It's like, just, you can kind of like, it's easing the consumer and I guess the fan, but the fan will turn into a consumer because this is all marketing, right? They're not going to put this shit on for the good of by the good nature of their hearts and their good natured feelings. No, this is marketing. This is getting things in front of people, hoping that, they buy it, and that's like that's why we get to see these like sweet events and shit like that. So just be a smart consumer. Don't go overboard. Just, it's tough because consumption and consumerism is kind of basically ruining the world, but it's also, that's kind of how society works. So just try to be, go buy Monster, have one or two, one every once in a while. Don't go crazy. Or if you do go crazy with those, maybe lighten up somewhere else in your life. It's balance. So, but yeah, the first series is at Rock Creek down in North Carolina. I wish I could get down there. North Carolina is on the come up, or has already come up, really, on biking and having biking and shit there. It's a pretty poppin' place. The North Carolina and Tennessee both are kind of bumping with bikes, so that's pretty sweet to see. And they're like, so they're like partnering with different brands, but there's like, they're gonna have like a continental like fan zone. It feels like the live experience is gonna be like pretty cool. Hang on one second, I gotta check the heat. I got my heat going. And we're back. So yeah, there's a continental fan zone. The live stuff looks like it's gonna be pretty poppin'. There's a SR Sun Tour Hole Shot Award, which is pretty cool. They're not. It's not just. I don't know. This guy has a lot of ideas, and I like that he has more ideas rather than less ideas. Right? Like, there's nothing worse than someone coming to the party with only negatives, with only like, oh, that's not gonna work. Well, that's dumb. Well, that's all right. Blah. Fuck off. So to have a guy that's like, he seems open to like to new ideas. So yeah, it's this SR Sun Tour Hole Shot Award is like the fastest like first split, like right out of the gate, and it's they got someone sponsoring that specifically. So it's not, so maybe like you're not going to win the race, but you've been working on your sprints and you're going to try and take that. Like, that's awesome to have that, a race within a race for those. Like, there's different ways that you can go about finding there's different ways that you can entertain, and to be able to do that with one event is awesome to see. Like, Crankworks is lots of different ways to entertain, slopestyle, downhill, slalom, but to have just, if there's just downhill, it's like, well, there's only one way to entertain. No, there's so many, man, and it's great to have to see that in a race. That's awesome. So yeah, back to this guy being open to new ideas. Something that is tough to find. Well, I thought it was tough to find. The reason it's tough to find is because you can't find it. Is the registered athletes. They didn't open it up. They didn't want to tell. They didn't want to scare people away from races by seeing like big names. That's what this guy's saying. So I could see it both ways. Either way. Like, well, you didn't have any big names sign up, so that's why you kept it quiet. But I think they do have some big names. We'll be seeing. There's. I just downloaded some videos from Vital MTB of like practice and also of on the Monster Energy, on the downhill series on the series YouTube page. They just put out some practice video, basically just right alongside Vital MTB. Like they're taking. Not only are they allowing Vital and their other filmers to be in there, obviously, like I don't think there's any places that don't allow that, but they are also taking it upon themselves to be like, well, like we're also going to create content and we're also going to create this this stuff to consume and watch and be a part of, whether there's outside influence or not. Basically, they're just, I don't know, they're creating. I thought this was going to be another, I don't know, like there's a big mountain enduro series that is super cool and actually has some like kind of like I think larger names like racing in it. I'm pretty sure Cody Kelly rides like in races those. Mitch Ropolato might also do it. I'm not sure. Um, like some pro level riders, people that are really fun and entertaining to watch on a bike, and they're fuck man, they're nowhere to be found online. Like there's no like it doesn't feel like it feels like there's no wrap ups. There's like a downhill race in New Mexico at Angel Fire, and it's my bias, but I love the nature in that area, and I love seeing races uh, in the Rockies. I just think the Rockies are so beautiful. The Pacific Northwest definitely close second, and I just feel like there's never any content from those. That's not true at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about them if there wasn't any content. So there's obviously content, but it feels like there's not enough. And that's where I'm like, yo, I want more of this. I want this. They're putting out this series is putting out pre-show podcast and maybe a post-show podcast too, like talking about the riders, giving me insight and like in what is it, introspection, like they're giving me yeah, just insight into who these riders are. Like, God, I'm so fucking dumb, guys. I'm sorry. I've been trying to. I've been I've been trying to work on my fucking vocabulary, and I've been doing. I subscribed to the New York Times like crossword, and guys, I can't do the New York Times crossword. Without doing like the hints and shit. I've only you'll look at my calendar. It shows like a calendar on it, and it's only the Mondays because the Mondays are the easiest ones. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. So, anyways, back to this. Fuck, I don't even remember what I was talking about. God damn it. All right, I remember what I was saying. It was about I had to go back and listen. Jesus Christ. But it was about just the wanting more content out of like series, and I, it is it is odd that there's not enough like people talking about this kind of big mountain enduro series that I was talking about, some of those pros riding at. It didn't feel like, Vital would have some downhill videos from their downhill southeast, I think, like out in the Tennessee area, or maybe that was North Carolina, but there's some in Colorado, some races, downhill races that you would see like a track preview, but yeah, there isn't like this, hey, here's our top 20 from last week or top 10 from last week that you want to keep your eye on. You'll have your big names that register at this event, but maybe they won't be at every event. So here are these kind of pro level guys that are following this series around. I mean, I'm very interested to see what riders are going to do this. Like, is this going to be like? It's got to just be like U.S. riders, like low level, like maybe some pro level riders going to, Rock Creek because that's where Nico Mullally rides out of. He's a guy who owns, um, I don't know what his bike company name is, but he just started it. He's a pro racer, still is a pro racer. Quick dude. So he yeah, I'm interested. Like, will he be at all of these? Because it's not they're at it's Rock Creek in April. Let me look up where these where these are. It's like Rock Creek, then it's in I think, yeah, Mountain Creek, which is in New Jersey, and then Snow Summit Resort in California, and then the Fox US Open at Killington. Um, so three on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's a cross country like a cross country trip for people is not like for a mountain bike race is not like I don't think many people would do that. So it'll be interesting to see how like who signs up for these, who is going to be at each one of these. The guy Clay Harper was talking about, he doesn't, he doesn't really foresee people being able to just race, three and then skip one and be able to still win the overall. If someone rides all four, that's good enough. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested, very very interested to see how this plays out. I'm super super excited for this because there's this one this week. I'm gonna watch those videos that I was talking about of practice. There's course previews. I want to check those out. And then May 24th through the 26th is Mountain Creek. August 16th to the 18th is California, and then September 26th to 29th. Damn, I fucking love the Northeast in the fall. That's the most beautiful time. I would love to get out there. No shot in hell though. But yeah, it's just very very stoked for this. Super excited. Um, what else? What else? I don't think there's much. Talked basically about the same shit for 30 minutes, so uh yeah, so that's it. I might add on to this recording after watching these practice runs, or maybe save this and then post, like piece them together and then post it as one full video, or maybe do two this week. I don't know, or save my thoughts. And yeah, this will be my, this is what we're looking like going in. Hopefully, that Clay Harper said if enough people comment on that podcast show to release the athlete registration, he would be open to it. So fucking spam that shit. Because that'll be fun to be able to like talk. If you see the athletes registered, then I can like go through and like talk about at least the ones that I know, or do some research on the ones that I don't. Like add them on Instagram, see what they're about. That's always fun. Good way to Good way to learn some shit on some riders. But yeah, probably just go get some fucking pow turns in, I guess, on April 5th, 6th, on April 6th in the PNW. Some dry, dusty pow. I'll take it. Um, yeah, other than that, I got nothing. So let's do it. Stay hyped and take it easy. See ya.